One of the things that I realized is to always understand that no matter what you want, there's always a way on how to get it. Now, you have to be somewhat logical here. I can't say I want to go fly across the ocean here by flapping my arms. What you need to realize is, as long as you have flexibility, you can get whatever you want in any area of your life that you want.
Then continue straight to stay on FGCU Boulevard.
They see me shining and I'm popping, but I came from the darkness. They don't know what I did to get about it. Well, you should know about it, yeah. Know what I'm trying to accomplish, but all they ever did was doubt it. But God got me through the nonsense. You should know about it, yeah.
As I walked around and met a few of the businesses, I think it really gives you some insight. This isn't just Southwest Florida, this isn't just Florida, this isn't UF, this isn't FSU or FGCU for that matter, any of the schools that are in here. This is what business is. Entrepreneurship is quite complicated, but it really sums up into two things. At the end of the day, your number one job in entrepreneurship is to stay in business. And although that was a great introduction the Dean gave for our story, it's been not without a lot of bumps, a lot of bruises, a lot of skids, a lot of misfires along the way. If you're an entrepreneur, if it isn't a spiritual expression of what you believe and what your truth is, you're not going to make it. Like at the end of the day, you only fail when you quit. And so entrepreneurship is purely about what problems you solve. And if you can't come in every day and take all the ridicule, take all the good, take all the bad, with getting slapped in the face and then wake up the next day and ready to start it all over again, you're not going to be able to do that because it's not your truth. And if it's not something that you truly believe in or are passionate about, you're not going to be successful. These ideas, they're not new. They're not new because humans have been around a long time. And guess what? Our software in this brain has not changed. Okay? People make decisions for one of two reasons. Period. It's for pain or for pleasure. And I know a lot about neuroscience and neuroassociative elements and things like that because I had to pull myself out of depression. 2015, I wake up with everything that I identify as success, everything that I wanted. I have a beautiful marriage, my wife's beautiful, I've got a 1-year-old, I've got this booming business we're doing in 1 month, basically what we did in our first year. There's write-ups here, we're on national TV for CNBC, over and over and over again, and I wake up and just like, well, this is empty. Like, is this, so what? Is this what it's going to feel like at $100 million? Is this what it's going to feel like at $1 billion? And what I started studying, mainly pushed from Napoleon Hill and Tony, I really started studying why patterns happen and what things mean. And so I was raised based on significance, right? That's what I was raised on, all about significance. And so I didn't know it, but those patterns were instilled into the wiring of my brain and the wiring of my neurons and the way I formed my memories, and everything was about being great and being the best. And so as I reverse engineered that, it's no different. Look, business, and I'm going to tie this all together to entrepreneurship in a second, but business and entrepreneurship are all about the expression of yourself, period. So all that you have to do is reverse engineer what problem you solve. And to the diversity of the schools participating, shoot, I love the ideas. I think they're all great. I've been to a few of these, hands down. Let's give it up for the students because this is some of the best ones I've seen. I mean, I'm impressed. And what's really cool about it is there's so much purity there. You guys are so pure. But what you have to always remain in focus is two things, okay? It's what value are you adding to somebody's life or problem you're solving? Because look, as a human, people take action for one of two reasons. You either move towards pleasure or you move away from pain, period. No matter what you do, you're either doing it to be happy or you're doing it because you don't want to be hurt. And so what your problems are, right, the businesses in the room, the ones that are really going to pursue the business model, you have to think about what problem am I solving, how am I improving the market, what value am I adding to somebody's life, and what cost is it? Entrepreneurship, right? The success depends on your success as a person, how well you know yourself. Then it depends on your environment, okay, and your mindset. And what shapes your environment and your mindset are two things. One thing is what you focus on, and the second thing is what things mean to you. You make those two decisions all day long, every day. You decide what you're looking at, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, what I'm reading, what I'm watching, what I'm doing. That's all in your focus. and then what things mean to you. So now you see a door, and I know that's a door because I've called it a door since I was born, right? Except if it was called a chair, then what would we call it? We would call it a chair. So it's what things mean to you emotionally and not emotionally. When I'm talking to LJ, he gets upset, he drops his truck, he loves trucks. He drops his truck, who knows, whatever he does that gets him upset, all I do, pureness, is I shift his focus and I say, hey, what kind of shirt are you wearing? A Mickey shirt? Oh yeah, Mickey shirt, right? And then he's happy. So it becomes this purity that all you have to do is shift your focus and to shift your mindset and determine and decide what you want to focus on and what things mean to you.
Look.
Yo.
Yo.
Doc, what is going on over there?
87 grand at 11 o'clock.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm fucking speaking and my phone is going crazy. And then you don't even know the half of it, bro. Do you know what happened at 10:45?
No.
Go to fucking Conor McGregor's Twitter page.
I saw. He retweeted Louis Bruno, I saw.
Oh my God. If we fucking tweet out 25 celebrities a day with some value-adding content and we get retweeted at like a 40% fucking rate, then tweet out 50 times a day. Like, you know, you're spot on, but that's what you do is you don't know what works. I mean, we might all have best guesses.
Right.
You do whatever the best guesses are, whatever the data is kind of telling you, and you figure it out. I mean, who's to say that, you know, a meme of me talking about veterans with a meme and a quote and a motivational quote isn't the best content? We post it, and when the content doesn't work, content didn't work. One time isn't good enough yet either, but 50 times, a total of 3 retweets, and I think we have, I'm not saying that happened, but I'm saying I think we have our answer. So, but no different at the phase of, all right, let's go ahead and tweet Conor McGregor. He's got 3.8 million followers. He probably gets fucking tweeted at all day long, right? 3.8 million people, way more followers than fucking, I don't know, probably only one has to beat Kim Kardashian. All right, so we say, all right, so like on the surface, what works, what looks like it'll work better, and we don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's not like we could keep on redoing that and expecting us to get retweeted every time.
You might, not necessarily him, but you might be able to figure out some repeatable pattern, but you don't know until you do it. And so at the idea stage, and this is good get, I don't know if you can hear me, at the idea stage, there's no bad ideas. You have a good idea, you test it, how the market reacts to it is how you make your decision on how you move forward. I mean, that's entrepreneurship, that's business, that's life. I mean, insanity, Albert Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing every day and expecting a different result. He said, no problems get solved on the same plane of thinking, on the same plane of thought. So you keep doing something that doesn't work, you change it up, you twist it up, you do the different variations, and boom, it works. And then you figure it out. You go after what works, and you don't waste your time on what doesn't work. And that's the beauty. That's who wins. Talk about re-identifying what success means, right? Great question. Why do I still get excited when I see a Bruno truck on the road? Dude, because that's winning, man. Like, that's tasting success. That's like at the ultimate level. And then for people, like, just presented to 200 people, then for people to say, dude, I see your trucks all over town. I had a guy, literally, I met with him yesterday. He said, dude, you know when I knew I had to call you? I was driving southbound on 75. Northbound, a Bruno truck passed me. A Bruno truck passed me going east and west. And one passed me going the direction I was going. So literally 3 Bruno trucks all crossed over the same point, all heading different direction. He goes, that's when I fucking knew that I had to call you guys to do business with you. Dude, it's exciting, man. It's legit.